Great way to realize I'm super hungry and haven't eaten lunch yet is to cook a bunch of pretend food in Genshin Impact. I have to believe I should look up. There has to be some group of people who are out there cooking these dishes, right? Like somebody is out here making fisherman's toast. Toast with tomatoes, onions, and cream? Why is it fisherman's toast? Like, whenever you hear like fisherman's anything, you're thinking this is gonna have fish on it, right? Because that's what fishermen have around. But then I guess if you are a fisherman and you're trying to sell your fish, and you're not eating the fish right there, you want as many as possible to sell, right? So maybe fishermen don't eat fish while they fish. I've never been a fishing person. I respect it. You know, seems restful, seems relaxing, seems like a good way to kind of chill in nature and kill time. Maybe not a great way to eat fish, at least not consistently, unless you're super good. But yeah, they're supposed to be adding fishing mechanics to this game, and I'm like, what? Okay, I guess there are plenty of games that have fishing mechanics, but I'm not sure that I want that. I love just running through the world and just picking up fish, just jumping right into a river, sprinting into a river, and just square button, square button, square button, boom, boom, boom. That's how I fish. I walk up out of out of the water, thick with fish, fish in my pockets, soaking wet. That's fishing to me. Sprinting into a river, just coming out with a grip of fish. Remember that old Cherry Coke ad? I was bummed by it because, like, when I was a kid, I loved Cherry Coke, and somehow the Coke people perceived that kids these days love Cherry Coke, and so they started in the '90s, like, aggressively marketing to like Gen X and what would become older millennials. Like, yeah, Cherry Coke. We're weird and cool. It's like, no, I thought you were weird and cool before. I don't like you trying to be weird and cool. It was like the first we're gonna be weird and cool ad. It's just a guy standing on one side of a lake wearing a yellow rain slicker, you know, like an old timey raincoat that was just covered in fish hooks. And he walks into a lake and he just like walks and just keeps like walking and disappears under the surface of the water and like pans across the lake and goes to the shore, and then dude like his head slowly emerges on the other side and he keeps walking and walking, and then his jacket is just covered in wriggling fish. It's like, Cherry Coke, do something different. What? That is not how it works. That is not fishing. See, this is fishing. You just run through that river, baby. Sprint, 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 square, square, square. Get lotus heads too. Just pop up out on the other side, boom, dripping wet, pockets full of fish. There you go. I don't need to cast. I don't need to reel. I don't need to put on the big boots, although Eula obviously does have big boots. She put on her waders already. Let's go out there and run through that water. That's fishing to me.